Your timing is impeccable. We've recently heard reports of strange disturbances at Wallbridge. Earthquakes and tremors and such. Some have even reported hearing things collapse. Yet no one knows why. And because the information is unconfirmed, you're hesitant to send anyone to investigate, correct? So you decided to ask us instead. I know this is a request of the most selfish type. I agree wholeheartedly. Hubert. It's alright, my request is quite unreasonable. However, I would ask it of you nonetheless. It's okay, Duke Dallin. We accept. Thank you. I've registered the request with the innkeeper. You can find the details there. Good luck. I'll be in Verona Castle when you're finished. I think I need to bust out the old spreadsheet for the PS3 because I forgot that there are some requests like this where you actually have to go, like, find the person and talk to them, and then it becomes a request at the end. We should probably go through the spreadsheet to make sure that we don't miss, at least that we don't miss any of, like, the really fun side quests. Or the side quests that have more going to them than just like, hey, have a quick conversation and then it's done. Yo, to Icicles. I want a Xillia remaster. You and me both, brother. Xillia is my favorite video game of all time, let alone my favorite Tales of game. I want Abyss and Xillia to get remastered next so bad. I want both of them so bad. I did see, I don't think I talked about it in other Grace's streams, but I saw people saying that, like, some trademarks or something had been registered for Tales of the Abyss. So, you know, nothing confirmed, but it's looking plausible, likely even, that we're gonna be getting a Tales of the Abyss remaster after Grace is here. Which I'm totally fine with. I really, really want them to do Xillia, obviously, because it's my favorite game. But I also adore Abyss. So I will gladly take Abyss and patiently wait for them to give me Xillia. Added a stamp. Abyss is the 3DS game. Abyss was the 8th Tales of game that released originally on the PlayStation 2. And then they released a, like, remake remaster thing of it on the 3DS a while ago. Like, a while ago. But it's the 8th game in the series. Vesperia was the 10th. Symphonia was the 5th, to give you a general idea of where Abyss landed in the dev cycle. Grace's is, number 12, and Xillia is 13. Wait, I forgot. What did they tell me to do in Wallbridge? Actually, I think they told me to go down into the ruins, didn't they? I got so focused on talking about Tales of in general that I forgot what he said to me. Chat, where did they tell me to go? Was I supposed to go to the Wallbridge ruins or somewhere in Wallbridge? Does anyone remember? Anyways, I would love to get Xillia and Abyss. I'm really worried about Abyss because I'm worried that they'll, like, replace voice actors, and Yuri Lowenthal voices Luke, the protagonist of Abyss. And I personally, here's what I'm looking for. I personally feel that losing Yuri Lowenthal's voice work, if they redid voices, would be a tragedy. Because I think he does a phenomenal job as Luke. And Luke is one of my favorite characters in all of Tales of. I'd probably consider him, I think I need to play Abyss again, because I've only played it the once. I'd probably still consider Luke the best protagonist in the Tales of franchise. Which is saying a lot, because man, like, Asbel is really cool, we're playing as him right now. I love Jude and Mila to death. I really like Alphen from Tales of Arise. Velvet from Berseria is also incredible. There are a lot of really good protagonists in Tales of. Like, a lot of really good protagonists. But I still think Luke is my favorite of them all. I have no idea what I'm doing or what I'm looking for, by the way, in case you were curious. My mind has completely erased everything Duke Dallin said to me. I have no recollection of what he asked me to do. And I am just hoping that I stumble upon, like... He said there was something going on at Wallbridge, stuff was breaking, and then I don't remember if they said, like, oh, it must be in Wallbridge, or if they said it must be, like, in the ruins beneath Wallbridge. I feel like from when I played the game before, I remember it being in the ruins somewhere, which is where we are right now. Next. You shot the enemy above my Gale Mob, Hubert. What the heck, bro? What the heck, man? Guess who's your least favorite Tales protagonist? Saray. Is there actually a protagonist I like less than Saray? I just said Saray on instinct because I was supposed to come down here. Let's go. I said Saray on instinct because I don't like Zestiria. And one of the worst parts about Zestiria is that the characters in the story mostly all suck. I don't really remember anything about Phantasia's protagonist, Cress. He's pretty forgettable. But I feel like I would rather a protagonist be kind of forgettable instead of me just remembering them being bad. Like I remember Saray being kind of bad. Saray's only redeeming quality is that he was voiced by Robbie Damon. Is that what's been causing the earthquakes? I imagine so. I'd heard rumors of such a creature. They say it likes to hide in old ruins and collect antiques. I'm sorry, but did you just say this monster collects antiques? I find that rather implausible myself. If it's old, the creature wants it, and it will destroy walls, ceilings, or anything else to get at it. I guess that explains all the rumbling. Well then, perhaps we should take action instead of standing here musing. If we don't act, it will doubtless destroy the ruins and Wallbridge besides. Oh, and it also appears to have noticed us. Fantastic. I was about to say, it's just like a normal roper. This isn't going to be a problem at all. Oh, you know what? I think that my least favorite protagonist is still Saray when I say this, but I also really don't like Luger from Zillia 2 because he is a silent protagonist. And I still, to this day, do not understand why the Tales of devs thought that, you know what the Tales of franchise really needs? A silent protagonist. It makes no sense to me why they would do that.
Well, that was passable.
I do not want my protagonist in Tales of to be practically without personality. That being said, I think that Saray was, like, actively boring. He had a character, Saray had a character, but I still didn't like him, which I think is even worse than being a silent protagonist. But, like, man, I don't understand why Luger is a silent protagonist. It's so stupid. It's over. Malik, do you also like antiques? What is it, Captain? A material I've never seen before. There's something different about it. Yes, yes. Now will you please secure the proof so we can finish this infernal job? What's wrong, Hubert? I can't believe they simply let that monster run around unabated. Had we not acted, it would have led to disaster. But we did, and it didn't, so everything's okay, right? Once again, you fail to grasp the true problem. Wallbridge evidence. Is the material Malik's talking about, maybe that's the reward we're gonna get for turning this in, and it's gonna be another one of the joke weapons? Or the material you need for the joke weapons? Tales of Abyss has the dude with glasses. You're probably talking about Jade Curtis, one of the best characters that Tales of has ever put out, who does in fact wear glasses, yes. He was one of the cameo battles in Tales of Zestiria alongside Sophie from this game. Man, the cameo battles are one of my favorite things that they do in Tales of. I think it's one of my very few complaints with Tales of Arise is that there wasn't a cameo battle, I'm pretty certain. I certainly don't remember it if there was one. No, wait, there was an Arise. What am I talking about? It's, I'm stupid. Forget everything I just said. It's Edna and Aizen in Arise. And also Chronos. They added Chronos in Arise for some reason. I just literally couldn't think of it, and I was like, oh, they must not have done one in Arise. That's disappointing. And then I immediately remembered, no, wait, they did. I literally fought Aizen and Edna. What am I talking about? I don't know how to get out of here, by the way. Jade Curtis. It's not Jay. His name is Jade. Like the emerald. The gem. Someone help, I'm stuck. The game is punishing me for forgetting the cameo battles in Arise for like 4 seconds. Have I not suffered enough, game? I literally forgot about it for like 8 seconds and immediately corrected myself. Please, free me. But anyways, cameo battles in Tales of is like incredible. One of the best parts about Tales of. Jude and Mila in Berseria. Funnily enough, I think Chad is right. Xillia 1 did not have a cameo battle, and Xillia 1 is my favorite Tales of game. But then they put, I'm pretty sure they put cameo battles in Xillia 2. It was a bunch of Fantasia and Destiny characters. I think it was like Crest, Stan, Mint, and then Rudy, maybe? For the cameo battles in Xillia 2. I understand why Xillia 1 didn't have cameo battles. I wonder if they had planned to put some in, because I know Xillia 1's development got rushed in the end. They like ran out of time when they were making Xillia 1. Which is why like Gaius and Musée aren't playable characters in Xillia 1, but they're playable characters in Xillia 2, because they were meant to be in Xillia 1. Man, if they redo Xillia and actually like go through with like making Musée and Gaius playable and whatnot, like, I think that Xillia 1 is one of the Tales of games that they could really go above and beyond with being like, hey, you know, we could like, especially because like Xillia 2 happened, we could really add on to this a little bit. But also at the same time, I'd be worried that they'd somehow like ruin something if they didn't just remake it almost one-to-one, because as mentioned, Xillia 1 is my favorite video game of all time. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Dangerous line to tread. I doubt they would, but... Come again. The cameo battles in Graces, we're not going to see in this playthrough because they're, like, really post-game focused, and I actually don't like the post-game in Graces, as I've mentioned before. I think Graces' post-game demands, like, a lot of the player. I really think that they expect you to NG+ before doing the post-game, and even then it's annoying, because I remember being really annoyed with a lot of the post-game stuff in Graces when I was trying to get the Platinum Trophy and all. It was just like a headache. But the cameo battles, I think, are like like, you might be able to do them before the final fight, but they're basically post-game fights at Riot's peak, and I'm pretty sure I don't know who they are. I remember fighting unique characters at Riot's peak when I got the Platinum Trophy, which I did on my own time. I never streamed it or anything. And then, like, looking up that they were, like, Tales of characters from other games. I don't even remember what games they were from. I don't think I know any of them. They must be from, like, there's still, like, 6 mainline games I haven't played. They must all be from those. I don't remember if Abyss had any cameo battles. Abyss is still pretty early in the series. I also don't know if Symphonia did. What's the earliest Tales of game that has cameo battles? When did they first start doing cameo battles? Did they, like, do it as early as Destiny? And I just don't remember. What am I doing? Oh, wait, I need to go turn in the request. What am I doing? I was too busy talking to chat. Abyss did have cameo battles? I must not have done them. Or if I did, I just simply do not recall. When I played Abyss the first time, I had not yet played Fantasia or And I've only played Abyss the once. I had not played Fantasia or Destiny yet, so the only game earlier than Abyss that I had played when I played Abyss was Symphonia. So if they weren't Symphonia cameos, I wouldn't have recognized them anyway. I don't know, man. Sure, I like Phantasm Flash. It's probably going to give a lot of SP. Oh, you need a lot. Anyways, it'll be fun. It'll work out. 2 light bottles. 3,000 for Torker. Yeah, that's one of the joke weapon items. I remember it. I'm quickly remembering how bad the Zone Cage was. That's the name of the post-game dungeon in Graces, isn't it? The Zone Cage? I think it's horribly designed. It's very, very annoying. It's just, like, enemies that are, like, super difficult, and then they, like... I think they scale horribly. Like, every time the Zone Cage is broken into, like, 10 parts or something, and when you get in there, the enemies are already, like, post-game difficulty level, so you're like, oh, dang, good thing I'm, like... past the main story and super high level and all, and then you go through it, you run into a really, really annoying boss, because all of the boss fights in Zone Cage, from what I remember, are super irritating. I'm pretty sure when I got the Platinum Trophy, I did basically all of Grace's post-game on, like, the easiest difficulty, because I just hated it. Like, I was just really, really annoyed by it, and the game, I felt like the game was basically telling me, hey, you have to go grind up a bunch of levels, and you have to grind out a bunch more titles to get, like, more skills, and you need to grind out dualizing to have, like, really high equipment and all. And I was like, bro, that's so much work to do just to go through, like, a 10-floor, like, post-game dungeon. I'm really not about that life. It's, like, it's so annoying. And I remember, like, before I just started doing it on the easiest difficulty, I think I fought, like, the first boss or two. I might have even done the first level of Zone Cage on stream. I don't recall. But, like, the bosses were all super bulky and, like, stun lock happy and just really, really annoying. I didn't like it. I don't like Grace's post-game dungeon in this game. I'm not a fan of it. So there was a monster in the ruins, eh? Beg pardon, Duke Dallin, but do you really hope to maintain order merely by creating laws and running a military? Hubert. Peace, Asbel. Your brother wields a sharp tongue, but in this matter, at least, he is correct. Even so, you surely have more pressing matters to worry about. King Richard, for example. So you know. We do. We're currently doing everything in our power to track him down. I don't suppose you'd leave him to us? To you. You can best serve your people by assuring that no further harm comes to them. We can take care of bringing Richard back, I promise. Very well, I will focus on matters closer to home while you pursue His Highness. But hear me well, justice will be swift and severe if you fail to make good on your promise. Do remember that. Understood? Understood. Asbel, please help His Highness. We will, Duke Dallin. Count on it. Anyways, yeah, not a fan of Grace's post-game. Only lost like 300 SP there, that's fun. Ataraxia. Sophie also has a lot more titles than I realized. The heck is CR, like, meme? When revived with Life Bottle, HP recovery plus 10%. Yes. Very useful skill that everyone needs to, like, get more of. Alright, wait. I think I'm about to get, like, 1,200 SP. Switch to that. That's fine. Not fine. About perfect, actually. Fine. Alright, cool. Yeah, I'll turn in 2 life bottles, whatever.